Mirage has a lot of utility you have to learn, so this is a consistent lineup for every important smoke that you have to throw in CS2. Alright, the first thing is going to be an easy lineup for jungle. This one's the easiest to remember. You just aim above right here in the corner and left click throw. And that's going to land right here and be gapless, so there's no way that they can see you playing here. The second lineup will be for CT, where you can come right into the center of these bars. You aim right here at the bottom corner and jump throw. That's going to pop on sight and give you a nice smoke right here. And the thing about this smoke that I really like is that if they do decide to go over the smoke, there's no one way for them, so they're basically peeking without cover. There's no way for them to, kind of peek through the smoke without you seeing them. Now the thing about the old stairs smoke is if you try and throw the old lineup where you aim in the center of this window, you're going to end up with a situation where sometimes this isn't fully covered. Case in point, someone can actually stand right here. A new smoke lineup that people are doing is also from the same spot you threw the jungle smoke. You just line the little T side or right icon right here and throw. And that smoke actually perfectly no gaps the stairs. So if you do ever want to drop this person two smokes, they can throw jungle and stairs, starting with stairs and then jungle. If you knew the old window smoke, all you have to do is aim your crosshair right here to aim it somewhere between these two lines right here. Simply jump throw while strafing into the trash stand like you used to. And you can come into mid and see that this perfectly lands in the window and pops right in the center of it, covering the entire area. If you want to send someone up connector fast and you don't want Catwalk to be able to help out, you simply come into this corner, aim at the center of this window, and jump throw. And this will bounce off a couple times, and by the time they come out mid and are running through mid, Catwalk will be completely smoked out, and the cat players will have to swing all the way out in order to be able to take any fights. For the last of the mid smokes, all you have to do is come here, aim in the center, jump throw, and that will smoke bottom connector if you want to. Come into this corner, get stuck, aim right here at the antenna, and jump throw. That will smoke this off, and as you can see there is no gap. That will smoke this off, and although it pops a little far from the connector, there is no gap in where they can see. On to B smokes, everyone should still remember how to throw this market door smoke, so I'm just going to move right onto the next smoke. If you walk right into this pillar, you can aim right here, right next to the corner, and just left click throw. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to come over here, bounce against the wall, and land in this corner. But the reason why it's really good that it lands in this corner is that when the smoke begins to spread, they won't be able to see anything over here, so they'll have to take a step back. And there's going to be no way for them to push through that smoke because there's no cover whenever they want to push through. If you pair this up with getting stuck in the corner right here, aiming right underneath this roof's corner right here, and left click throwing, you can actually end up having another smoke that pops on the other side. And that would fully block off this doorway, giving them no angle besides the far back angle on Catwalk. For a really good smoke that challenges the cat player and gives them a lot of hard decisions, you basically come up to this corner, come to where it meets the architecture right here, throw this smoke. There's a decent amount of room for error for this, so you don't have to be too accurate, as long as you throw it in that general area, and it will pop right here. Basically, this allows the cat player from playing back here or playing the pillar. They have to either swing out all the way to the left or come through the smoke and play all the way out here without cover. If you want to throw a good door smoke for market, you come right here, aim right where this building meets this rope right here, left click, jump throw while walking. And what that will do is if you do a walk right as you jump throw, it'll pop right here in the doorway. Other auxiliary smokes that would be good to know is if you come into this corner and aim at the top of this window and jump throw, you'll be able to support your palace players by smoking deep palace in a way where it doesn't allow the T's to run out. For the A players, if you do get forced off the site, coming into this corner, aiming at the top of this roof, and throwing is the molly that blocks off the most amount of plant spots at once, disallowing them from planting default, on the side of triple, or anywhere besides all the way push forward where they're easy to spray off. For the palace molly, line up on the crack, crosshair in the corner, run and throw when the crosshair passes the light, and it will drop every time. In order to molly all of Underbell, The catwalk mid-lurk smoke is still pretty good. You can use it to deny people rushing by holding right over here. And if you do ever get flashed into position, like when you flash above and behind you, you can pop up for a good angle, which allows you to peek people who are running to chair without being exposed to people who are holding top mid. And the rush flash, if you ever do need it, is throwing it right there on the corner and having it pop out of the window. The most basic and consistent area that I found that you can throw and have the flash land where it hits get right and jail. If you do get stuck up here and need to molly window, it's just aiming at the base of the antenna and the roof and running,
Starting the fire.
and it lands every time. If you're playing A and you think the other team is going to come out on you, you can throw a smoke right there in front of default, and what that allows you to do is once you're up here, you can crouch here and use it to block out sightlines from people scaling the site to your left, but also be able to peek Tetris in a way where only the Tetris player will be able to see you. The last useful smoke that I think we'll be able to pull off is either a fake A smoke or a smoke to help your players that are trying to come connector, where you aim at the corner right here, you come all the way up to where the rope is, and you jump throw. This lineup does have some leniency to it, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But what's good about that is it's going to bounce off the roof a couple times, come here and help your players in mid, and if you're in a 1v2, it'll give them the wrong idea of where you're coming from for the last fights.